Once upon a time, in a vast and vibrant village, there lived a girl named Lyra. Lyra was kind-hearted, though she had very little to call her own. Her parents had tragically perished in a house fire many years ago, leaving her to live with her strict and indifferent uncle. The villagers knew Lyra as the girl who always wore old clothes, patched up with care, and who rarely spoke unless spoken to. She moved through the village quietly, tending to her chores and offering small, shy smiles to those who passed by. But one fateful morning, something astonishing happened. Outside her door, she found a stunning dress, embroidered with delicate golden patterns, and a basket brimming with ripe, delicious fruits, including exotic ones she had never tasted before. A small note lay tucked inside, but it bore no name, only the words, "For kindness repaid." She had never seen such fine fabric or such fresh fruit in her life, and the mystery of the gift filled her with both excitement and a deep curiosity. "Wow," Lyra murmured, running her fingers over the silky material, the golden embroidery shimmering in the morning light. She twirled the fabric between her fingertips, marveling at its softness. The scent of the fresh fruit filled the air, making her stomach growl. She glanced around, hoping to catch a glimpse of whoever had left these gifts, but the street was empty, except for a few early risers tending to their morning tasks. Yet, not everyone in the village was pleased. Lyra's cousin, Mira, who often watched her closely, peered from behind a wooden post, her eyes narrowing as she took in the sight. A sharp pang of jealousy twisted in her chest. Why would someone leave such treasures for Lyra, a girl who had nothing? Stepping forward, she clenched her fists, determined to get answers. Mira approached her, arms crossed, eyes narrowed. Her voice carried a sharp edge as she demanded, "Where did you get that dress, Lyra? And those fruits? Who gave them to you?" She tapped her foot impatiently, her gaze flicking between the shimmering fabric and the basket of fruit, as if trying to unravel the mystery herself. "Someone like you doesn't just stumble upon gifts like these." Lyra, caught off guard, offered a small, uncertain smile. "I don't know," she admitted. "They were just there when I woke up." Mira pursed her lips. "You must tell me if you find out," she insisted, peering into Lyra's fruit basket. Lyra only nodded, still overwhelmed by the unexpected gifts. Ignoring Mira's scowl, she skipped down the road, her new dress flowing around her, sharing her fruit with the village children. Their eyes lit up with delight as they bit into the juicy fruits, their laughter echoing through the streets. She felt happy, special even. For the first time in a long while, she felt like she belonged, like she was part of something magical. As the children thanked her and ran off, Lyra took a deep breath, relishing the moment. But little did she know, this was just the beginning of an unfolding mysterio that would change her life forever. That night, as she lay in bed, she found herself wondering who had left her the gifts and why. What if there was more to this than simple generosity? What if this was the start of something bigger? With that thought lingering in her mind, she drifted into sleep, unaware that her life was about to take an even more unexpected turn. The next day, wearing her beautiful new dress, Lyra walked to the village square, where traders and elders gathered. She felt confident and radiant, but not everyone shared her joy. As she passed by, one of the elder men, known for his sharp eyes and serious demeanor, suddenly stopped speaking and fixed his gaze on her. He raised a hand and called out, "Lyra, where did you get that dress? We all know you can't afford such fine clothing. Have you been taking things that aren't yours?" Lyra's face burned with embarrassment. "No, I swear. Someone left them at my door. I don't know who," she protested, her voice barely above a whisper. The villagers murmured amongst themselves, exchanging suspicious glances. "She must be hiding something," one whispered. "Things like this don't just happen." The elder shook his head. "Lyra, this is not how things work. If someone gave you these gifts, we need to know who and why. You must find out and tell us." Lyra swallowed hard, feeling the weight of their judgment. "I'll try," she promised softly, turning away from the prying eyes and hushed whispers. What had once felt like a wonderful surprise was quickly becoming a source of distress. As Lyra walked home, her shoulders heavy with worry, a warm voice called her name. She looked up and saw Kian, one of the village's kindest men, standing near a shady tree. "Come here, Lyra. Don't let their words trouble you," he said with a gentle smile. Lyra hesitated before stepping forward. Kian led her into his cozy home, offering her a seat at his wooden table. He placed a plate of roasted yams and steaming stew in front of her. "Eat. You look like you need some comfort." As she ate, Kian sat beside her. "I heard what happened today. It's not fair how they treated you. I know you wouldn't take something that isn't yours. Whoever is leaving these gifts must have a reason." Lyra nodded, her voice small. "I don't know why this is happening, Kian, but I will try to find out." Kian patted her shoulder. "You're not alone. I'll help you figure this out. Until then, don't let anyone make you feel small." Lyra smiled at him, feeling lighter. "Thank you, Kian. It means so much to have a friend like you." Days passed, and Lyra continued to wear her beautiful clothes and share her fruit. But at home, her uncle and cousin were not pleased. "You're hiding something," her uncle would say, his eyes sharp. "Nothing comes without a cost." Lyra ignored their taunts, but she couldn't ignore the mysterious kindness. Each morning, another small gift would appear: mango, a flower, a token of silent care. It was as if an unseen friend was watching over her. She treasured these moments, even as she felt the village's suspicion growing. One morning, she found a pair of sturdy shoes and a bundle of colorful fabric waiting for her. The shoes fit perfectly, and the fabric shimmered in the sunlight. "Who are you?" she whispered to the unseen giver, her heart brimming with gratitude and curiosity. Later, at the market, she wore her new shoes. "Nice shoes, Lyra," a vendor teased. Lyra simply smiled, keeping her secret close. That night, she used the fabric to sew a new dress. As she worked, she wondered why was someone being so kind to her. Did they want something in return? Just as she finished, Kian passed by and she called him over. "Look," she said, showing him the dress and shoes. "These were left for me today." Kian raised a brow. "Still no idea who's behind it?" Lyra shook her head. "Number, it's wonderful, but also worrying. Whoever they are, they care about you. But be careful, Lyra. We don't know their intentions." "I will," she promised, feeling safer knowing Kian was looking out for her. As time passed, the village buzzed with rumors. "Have you seen Lyra's dress?" one woman whispered. "Who is giving her these things? She says she doesn't know, but is that possible?" another added. At the marketplace, the men speculated. "Maybe someone from another village likes her," one mused. "Or maybe," another said, lowering his voice, "it's someone from here, someone too afraid to reveal themselves." Kian, overhearing, felt concern growing. Later, he found Lyra tending her garden. "Lyra, the village is talking more and more. This could get out of hand." Lyra sighed. "I know. I need to find out who it is before things get worse." That evening, Kian invited Lyra to his home. "We have a plan," he said. "We'll watch your home and see who leaves the gifts. It's time to solve this mystery." And so, the mystery deepened. Who was behind the gifts? Was it a silent guardianer, something far more dangerous? Stay tuned for the next part.